And today I have the honor to welcome here Linda Brown, who actually is my personal coach and has been my personal coach since 2019. And she is an expert when it comes to finances. So it might not be the most popular topic, but I would say it is one of the most important topic when you are getting into an entrepreneurship, or you are in it, or you might even think about exiting strategies and retiring. So throughout the whole process of running your own business, you actually need to be best friends with the numbers. I wasn't, but then I met Linda, and I think now I am more understanding the numbers than ever, and I'm warming up to the idea of budgeting, having a money for taxes, projecting for the future, and so on. But before we will dive deeper into a topic on what to do when starting the business or what to do when exiting the business, I would love Linda to share a little bit more about her background. Why don't you go ahead?
Why, thank you. As people heard, I am your coach, but I'm also blessed to be one of the real estate Rockstar coaches. So that's really fun to do. My background is boring, as many would say, because I don't have a lot of things in my background except being a numbers geek. I was a securities analyst, an international accountant, and a financial planner before I actually became the business manager of a 26-person real estate agency. So I have the experience on running an agency, not being an agent. But that gave me all of the background on how to run efficient and profitable agencies, as well as making sure agents actually did what they came onto the business to do, which is make money.
Oh, we need that. We need that. I know that you are now working on fine-tuning your coaching program, which will be run through Real Estate Rockstars coaching sessions. It will be a 4-week program focusing, well, not really on the newbies. We had a little discussion early on that there will be some fundamental steps, but you said that you have experienced that, well, even people like me, I was 7 years in a business and we still had to tie loose ends from the beginning.
Right.
So what is the outline of the 4-week program, if you can share that a little bit?
So it started off, as you were saying, as a newbie bookkeeping and accounting program, the things you need to know. And it quickly morphed into, hey, can you teach us all the basics that we need to know to operate an efficient real estate business as an agent? So things like, what type of entity should we be? Do we need to be just our name? Do we need to be an LLC? Do we need to be an S-Corp? So we're going to talk about the different steps and the different levels and when you should become each one. We'll talk about, obviously, which is, center to my heart, which is making sure there's money, because if you as a real estate agent are not making money, then you're not really in business. The whole goal of becoming an agent is to make money. So we want to make sure that that money is coming into the business. Some is flowing out, but that you get to keep a large portion of it. Otherwise, you really have a hobby. We are going to talk about record keeping, which apparently is another big issue, and what do we need to keep? How do we need to keep it? And finally is how to support and sponsor your real estate license while you're getting your business up and running. Mm-hmm. So most of us need that money flowing in so we can live. So how can we juggle 2 different entities initially? And then actually it kind of goes twofold, because then when you're getting ready to retire or hand off your business to somebody else, or even close it down, how do you make a good choice? So we're going to cover lots of topics all during the time we're together in August.
I love it. Absolutely love it. Before we started, we were actually talking about this book, Exit Rich.
Exit Rich. This is one of my favorites. Now, I will be very honest. For somebody who's not a numbers geek like me, it's probably a really boring and dry book. But I'm like, oh, yeah, that's what I've been doing. That's what I say. And I get all excited about it. So really, you need somebody like me in your corner, because you want the synopsis of these books instead of having to read them all yourself.
Oh, absolutely. I still remember when we started to work, everything what I had with the business was in a big shoebox. And you helped me to fix it, set up systems, set up apps, which helped me to track everything down. And then even with the bookkeeping itself, the way you set it up, it's now much easier to run it and have everything under control. And I think even if someone is not keen on looking into numbers, they still should think about it, because there can be a bad situation. So what can happen if I, as a business owner, will ignore all of this? What are the dangers?
Oh, don't go, let me go there. Let me start with something else. I love a Tony Robbins quote. I'm going to start on the positive. Okay.
Okay.
Tony
Okay.
Robbins has this wonderful quote, which is, where the attention goes, the energy flows. Money is energy. So if
Yeah.
you're going to ignore it, it will ignore you. So
Mm,
you need to pay attention to your money so it will pay attention and support you. So
yeah.
that's number one. Now, what are some of the bad things that can happen? Real quick, and I know this sounds really bad, but until you get caught, nothing will happen, right? Nobody knows about you until you get caught. But there's so many ways to get caught now. The government is having credit card companies send 1099s to them saying you earned a specific amount of money.
Oh, really?
So your
When did that started?
a long time ago.
Oh, oops.
Long time ago. Also your agency, anybody who you're getting commissions for, if you make $600 or more, that is getting sent to the government. So the government is being able to track you now behind your back. So
Wow.
it's, nothing's illegal until you get caught. That was one of my dad's favorite sayings when I was growing up. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't want to get caught. So therefore, I'm going to do everything correctly so that if I get caught and somebody audits me or looks at my books or does whatever, they're not going to find anything. So I just like to do things right and get it set up from the beginning, learn skills as they're needed. So you don't have to learn all the skills at once, like unfortunately you did, right? It would have been easier had you had been slower in your business instead of being outright crazy busy, to learn one skill at a time.
Just to give a peace of mind, Linda, what is your experience on a time needed to be invested by, let's say, an average realtor who does hopefully a couple listings a month or has some buyers, but nothing big? How much time they need to set aside for bookkeeping and record keeping? If everything is done, if everything is set up. So what is your opinion on that?
If everything is set up correctly, the average real estate agent would spend less than 10 minutes a week.
What? Say that again?
Less than 10 minutes a week for your average real estate agent.
Wow. So I think right there is the answer. Yes, sign me up.
For the real estate agency that I was working in, 26 agents, it was 5 hours a week.
Okay, well, but that's
Right.
because
So
of the size of the business, there was way more transactions. Yeah.
exactly. And I was having to bill the agents and I was having to receive payments from the agents. So even, 0 to 5, that's not a whole lot of time. And if you learn how to do it yourself, once again, we're talking to the Tony Robbins, where your attention goes, your energy flows. So you tend to keep more of the money you earn than outsourcing it to a bookkeeper or a CPA. And so it's just learning. The thing is that QuickBooks is so easy to get up and think you know what you're doing, but you don't really know what you're doing. So it's so much easier to just pay somebody, set it up correctly, train you what you need to do. And then you as an agent can do 80 to 90% of your daily work. Just keep that, CPA on call or bookkeeper on call saying, hey, I've come across a problem. What do I do? So
Yeah.
we're not asking you to do the technical stuff, just the easy stuff.
The easy stuff. What would be the easy stuff on a weekly basis?
On a weekly basis, really is just tracking the money. Money came into your account. Why did it come in? Was it a commission from a real estate job? Was it affiliate payment because you're part of another organization? Just tracking the money. Why is the money going out? Oh, did I have to have landscape work done on one of my listings? Did I have to pay a home stager from one of my listings? Did I need to go and buy office supplies? So once the money's coming in and out into a bookkeeping system, if you set up a bookkeeping system with a feed to your banks and your credit cards, you're going to see that money every day. Once a day, it updates. So it's like, why did you go to Staples? Why did money come into your account? You know the answers to those. I don't know anybody who got money into their account that said, I have no idea why that money came in. Or if it's that, I don't know what that expense is. I don't know why that money went out. It's potentially fraudulent. And you want to find that money quickly. So it's just quick tracking, either, a minute or two a morning, 10 minutes a week. It's all it takes to really do your bookkeeping.
So that's something what you will cover in your 4-week boot camp.
It is something we will cover in our 4-week boot camp.
Wow. Okay. I think I need to refresh myself.
Love to have you.
Yes.
Or you
Yes.
can watch the replays, right?
I can watch the replays, that's right. And just for those who are watching this as a replay, if you have any questions on Linda when it comes to finances or even this course, why don't you write your question below in the comments, and we'll make sure that we'll respond to that. As of right now, we only have a waiting list. So if you want to get on a waiting list, please do so. Reach out to a Rockstars messenger or even to this video. So we'll be happy to keep you posted as we open up the gates to new students. Yeah.
So excited. And new agents, old agents, we all can use refreshers too. And so there's some things that we haven't had to come across before.
Yeah.
A lot of agents do just as you did, here to my CPA year end, here's all my financials. And then sometimes they get caught by having a really large tax bill. And we never
Yeah.
want that to happen.
I know how that feels. Well, Linda, I have one more question linked to our topic. What if I am an agent and the year is pretty much past the middle, and then you will introduce new systems, new techniques? Should I drop anything and everything what I'm doing and just start new systems, or should I wait until the year will be over? What would you recommend?
I'm going to recommend that you talk to a professional, myself or somebody else, on that, because it really depends upon your situation. Normally, I would say if your old system is up and running and working, it's a 50-50 chance. If your old system's up and running and working and it's October, November, December, I would definitely say wait until January and start fresh in January. If your system's really not up and running and working at this point in time, I would say go back and just start from the beginning of the year and just have the beginning of the year all the way through, so that your records are all clean and you know what you have, and you can start saving for those taxes at year end. Because not everybody pays quarterly taxes.
Yeah. I know I'm gonna be picking now on different topics, but since we already started and have another 10 minutes left, how about if someone will decide to become an LLC or a different entity? Would that be the same to start anytime, or wait until the year will roll over?
I would say that you need to determine what you want to be, because some things you can do right on the spot. Other things you have to wait until like the beginning of the year. So it's really, and sometimes it's state by state too, because an LLC in New York is different and run differently than an LLC in Virginia. Interestingly enough, we can even have the identical name if we were LLCs, because LLCs are state run, where an S-Corp or C-Corp is federally run. So if we were an S-Corp, you're a one and only, but as an LLC, you can share a name with somebody.
Okay. Interesting.
I found that out when I had two clients with identical names in two different states.
Yeah.
So, the biggest thing for any agent is to treat this like a business, which
Mhm.
means if you're getting listings, you need to advertise them and you need to sell them, but you need to do it cost effective, right? You don't want to spend a ton of money and get into debt. And unfortunately, that's one of the things that I have seen with real estate agents. They're trying to sell, they're chasing every shining penny. And the money that they're making is actually going out faster than the money that they're truly bringing in.
Mm.
So that they end up with a lot of credit card debt. And then they just say, I can't afford paying these bills anymore. And they shut down. It doesn't have to be that way.
We
It
were talking about it yesterday over our coaches meeting. What's the percentage of realtors leaving the business, leaving the industry? And the number was just horrific. I think it was close to 70% in a 5 years, something like that.
87% do not last 5 years, which
How?
is kind of interesting because if you look out there, there's a ton of real estate agents. So
Mhm.
if 87% are leaving every year because they've hit their 5 years, how many are joining?
Yeah.
And if you're one of the newer ones or even one of the older ones that's struggling, it doesn't have to be a struggle. Real estate Rockstars is here to help them every step along the way.
Yeah.
So they need to take advantage. They need to show up to your or our, I should say, boot camps. They need to be able to put their questions into the Facebook group and not feel ashamed.
Yeah.
It's a no judgment zone. And working with me, it's truly a no judgment zone. You cannot change your past. The only thing you can change is your future. So where are you today and what do you need help with to move to your next step?
Hmm. You,
We all want to know it to help you.
yeah. Oh, absolutely. You tapped into the new agents when they're coming into industry. What
Mhm.
is your take on when they should really fully lean into real estate? Let's say they have some other job, but their passion is in real estate and being an entrepreneur. What would be the ideal setup when they leave their 9 to 5 job and just go full-time realtor? What will be your words of wisdom
So
and money?
my words of wisdom are you don't want to jump ship,
Mm.
meaning if you need money to support yourself and your family and your household, don't give everything up on a whim and a prayer saying, I am going to be the best real estate agent. Really start slowly and work your way slowly into it. So the most successful agents I have seen are the ones that had a flexible 9 to 5 job.
Oh.
And so not that they did real estate on the side, so to speak, but they had the flexibility to work where they were working, go out, show a house, get on the internet a couple times and do some social media or whatever advertising they need to do, but that they were still had a steady income so they weren't stressed out. And
Hmm.
then the more sales you make, the less you have to actually work outside the business.
That's right. Can you share what type of a jobs they had? Because I saw it, there was one of the posts on a real estate Rockstar. Someone was asking what is the best side job, side hustle beside being a realtor. So what
Well,
were
some
your
of those we're
clients
going to
doing?
teach you in our course.
Ah,
So I don't want to share
okay.
everything, but
Okay, I'll wait. I'll wait. I'll
so
wait.
think about it this way. When are the people in your area, because it's different, when are the people in your area looking for homes? Like
Well,
where
weekends, right? Yeah.
I live, everybody's going out to look at homes on the weekends.
Mm.
So you could have a 9 to 5 Monday through Friday job, and it really wouldn't affect your real estate business because we are so far between, because I live in the country, that it's a full day of looking at 5 houses. It's not a
Yeah.
quick one and done type of, it's 2 hours and done. You're talking 6, 7 hours. So people can't take that long off from work. So they're going out and looking on the weekends. So it
Mhm.
really depends on where you are and what you're doing and what are your background skills.
Yeah.
We all have different skills when we're coming into real estate. The most important skill, if I can share that one, is networking, not being afraid to talk to somebody. It doesn't matter if you're an introvert or an extrovert. An introvert just really means that when you're with a ton of people, they steal your energy, right?
Mhm.
You get tired really quick, and socially awkward is a whole different thing than an introvert. Socially awkward is you don't know what to say. They have courses out there to
They
help,
have. That can be worked on. Absolutely. It's
right?
all about communication practice and getting comfortable, pushing the discomfort out of your
And
way. Yeah.
don't we have a boot camp on that too?
We have not even a boot camp. We have a coach, we have an expert, and that's just Stone, who is usually running the Wednesdays jam sessions, but she was not available today, and she's the master of communication. Absolutely. Yeah.
So for me, being a successful real estate agent, first of all, track your money from the very first day you want to do this. If you're putting money out to get a license or take a course, you start tracking your money, even if it's pen and paper. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to be learning how to communicate. That can be being done at the same time, if not before you even get your license. You
Yeah.
need to make sure that you have backup support. You need to know how to network. You need to know how to get listings and just, general business, but there's stepping stones. You
Mhm.
don't want to be a brand new agent and be left your parents' business. You're
Yeah.
going to flounder. And I actually had that happen when I was in college. A woman, she was a top agent in New Hampshire, left her business to her 22-year-old son. He's like, uh, 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 so you want to be able to step up gradually and not be thrown into the deep end.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it takes at least a couple years to create a successful business if you do the hustle, if you do the daily work, right? There also has to be a certain expectation from a new agent that they need to understand that it takes time.
So depending on the year, I think almost anybody in 2021 who came in probably was successful the first year, and now they're probably floundering, saying, what did I do wrong? Well, if
Nothing.
you're nothing, right? If you're fishing in a fully stocked, pond, it's going to be really, really, really easy to get fish. If
Yeah.
you're fishing in a huge lake that doesn't get stocked, it's going to take a little longer. If you're fishing in the ocean, it could take even longer, right? So the key is to really know what you have to do and then be willing to do it.
Yeah.
Just being spoon fed, because it's work. Like any other job, it's work.
It's work, it's hustle. I'm sorry, guys, there is no easy button. We
There,
have to go through it, but we have tools, we have support, we have programs, and we are here to pivot, even with the market, with the new AIs, with new systems, with new strategies. So, Linda, thank you so much for hopping on a call with me. Guys, if you'll be interested to learn more directly from Linda, please let us know. Write something down in a comment. We'll put you on a waiting list. And thank you for watching one more time. And we'll see you next week, next Wednesday. Linda, you have a wonderful day.
thank you, Hana. You too. Bye
Bye.
bye.
Bye-bye.